Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. We're here with the week 3 tips. I know it's only a Monday and it's a little bit early. Usually I do them on either a Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm super busy this week. So I don't have time to make my usual 9 winners or losers video tonight, but that should be coming out Tuesday night rather than the Monday. So stay tuned for that. And also check out the vlog we uploaded yesterday. But yeah, when we're going through my round 3 tips, absolutely shocking rounds I had. This round in round 2, absolutely woeful. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys. So first of all, we've got to go over my round 2 tips, which were absolutely shocking. I mean, Jesus, what is going on here? 3 out of 9. I'm gonna do it real quick. I actually forgot to do this, so I'm doing this after I recorded my tips. But yeah, Geelong didn't get up. Carlton, decent game. Brisbane, they got up over Melbourne. Thought Melbourne were going to do another Melbourne clinic against the Lions. So that didn't happen. Collingwood, back to my boys. They got the job done. Pretty easy there, obviously, if you have seen my vlog. Adelaide, thought they were going to cause a little bit of an upset. They came back there, didn't get the job done, though. Richmond won that. Western Bulldogs, terrible performance. What was I thinking there? Freo, well, seriously, come on. If you got this right, then GG's to you. Yeah, Sydney, they got that done over Hawthorn very easily. Essendon, good win over Gold Coast. And the Giants, well, West Coast, they got their first win of the season. I actually thought I'd change this. I meant to change this, but I obviously didn't. I thought I did, and I didn't. So, yeah, 3 out of 9. Terrible tips for round 2. Alrighty, guys. So the first game of the round is going to be between the Western Bulldogs and the Brisbane Lions. I mean, this is I'm just gonna honestly go with the Brisbane Lions there. I mean, the Western Bulldogs, they are just falling apart. Like, seriously, they're driving down the highway and they're actually driving with one wheel and the rest of them are just scraping along the grounds. I mean, they're hardly even playing football at the moment. This is, though, making my prediction look quite good at the moment. If you see my predictions video, I've got the Western Bulldogs in the bottom 4, and I think that might end up happening, to be honest. I'm going to say Brisbane Lions get it done by 24 points. Maybe the Western Bulldogs play a little bit better here today, or in this game here, but I've got more faith in the Brisbane Lions than I do over the Western Bulldogs. So I wouldn't be surprised if if this is a close one, because the Brisbane Lions, well, they didn't look too good either after the lights went out at the Gabba. All right, so next up we got the Friday night game. I am so excited for this game. This is going to be one of the highlights of the year for sure in terms of footy matchups. Everyone should be excited for this game, whether you're a Collingwood or Richmond supporter. I think this is going to be a cracking game. I mean, it's got to be 2 rival clubs here. Richmond, you know, they won. They got a pretty good win over Adelaide there. Didn't start the greatest in round 1, but I mean, Collingwood in the hottest form in the comp right now. Now, you guys know I'm going to back Collingwood every game this year pretty much, just the way we're going and what I expect from us. So that's a pretty easy tip for me. Some of you guys might have to think about that there, but I'm going Collingwood here without a doubt. I mean, yeah, I cannot wait for this game. It's going to be absolutely magnificent. I've got reserve seats for this game. Usually I'm just GA, but this was predicted to be a sellout, so this is going to be cracking. Going to be doing the match day vlog on this as well. My mate Lockie's going to be coming with me, who was in the Fremantle vlog, if you've seen that. So yeah, this is going to be hectic. Alrighty, next up for the Saturday game, and this one's actually going to be quite interesting as well, because we've obviously got Sam Mitchell here going up against Clarko for the first time since they have both, well, since Mitchell started coaching and since Clarko's returned. But I mean, North Melbourne, what a win they had over Freo. Freo have just pooped themselves. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, that is a statement win to go over against Fremantle in Perth. I mean, the type of footy they're playing was nowhere near a bottom 4 side. I mean, it looks like footy that could be contending for a top 8 spot. I think I had them in the bottom 4 still, and they're looking like they might not be too far off the 8. I think the real question is, can North Melbourne actually sustain this for a whole year? And whether they do or not, that's obviously going to affect where they finish in the ladder, clearly. But at the moment, yeah, I think there is no way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised here. I'm never going to be surprised with Hawthorn if they come out and get an upset. It's in Tasmania. I think both of these teams do play Tasmania more than any other team in the comp. I think it's Hawthorn's second home ground. I think the Roos play there quite a bit as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go North Melbourne for that one. All right, so next game here, we've got GWS taking on Carlton at the 4:35 time slot. This is in GWS's home stadium. Now, historically, if we look at the form, GWS had the wood over Carlton for a long time there, and they were just smashing them, Carlton. But it's changed over the last few games here, and I think I am going to go Carlton, though I wouldn't be surprised here if this is an upset. I am going to go Carlton. Now, I know, yeah, as I said, GWS usually have the wood and have just historically played amazingly against Carlton. But I think that's going to finally come to an end here, and it has the last 2 games. Carlton, their team's changed. GWS, I mean, well, they've lost so many of their players, and they're just almost an entirely new team now. So, though I think this is going to be a close one, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Carlton dropped this, but yeah, going to go Carlton for that one there. Alrighty, now next up here, we also have another game that I'm going to be going to. I'm also going to be vlogging this. I'm going with a few of my Essendon supporter mates, so that's going to be a pretty cool vlog as well. First time I'm going to be going to the MCC as well, so yeah, that's actually going to be pretty interesting here. And this game, well, this is shaped up to be actually quite a good contest. St Kilda in extremely good form for the amount of injuries they've got. That just blows my mind how they're actually getting wins there. Smashed the Bulldogs in what was a very, very, it was a statement win as well. And the Essendon Bombers, well, they've bet the Gold Coast Suns, which, great win, but you can't really take too much out of it against Gold Coast. But the week before against Hawthorn, well, that was another thrashing as well. So Essendon, they've played 2 great games, though this is going to be their first real test against a side that's also in form and what I think most people would expect to be around the same level. So I think, yeah, this game I'm actually really looking forward to. Going to be a great one here. Who's going to win? Well, I don't know. I've got more faith in Ross Lyon as a coach than Brad Scott. List-wise, I think Essendon probably have a stronger list at the moment, which makes this matchup super interesting. Though, I'm going to go Essendon, St Kilda, sorry. Won't be surprised. It's at the Melbourne Cricket Ground as well, which is a surprise because, well, Marvel is the home ground for both of these teams here. So I don't know if that's going to, go into how these teams play, but it's sort of a neutral ground to some respect for both of them, though, obviously they play plenty of games against other sides at the MCG. But yeah, I'll go St Kilda sort of comfortably, but again, could go either way. All right, so this is the round where we have 2 of the Derby matchups. Obviously, you got Port Adelaide and then the Freo one later in the rounds. But yeah, this is going to be a cracking game as well because, well, yeah, obviously we know what happened in Port. They got absolutely flogged by my Pies. And Adelaide, they were not the greatest against Richmond. They did have a good third or second quarter, I think it was, where they brought back like a 40-point margin. They actually, I think they drew the game at one point. They had it even, and then Richmond just put the foot down again and sort of ran away with it a little bit. They won one of these matchups last year, but Port got them later in the year. If we look at the form guide here, yeah, they won. That's the ladder. Where's the last 5 games? Yeah, so they won by like 60 or so points in round 23. And then Adelaide, yeah, with Dawson after the siren in that first matchup. Do Port bounce back or do Adelaide peg one here? I don't know. I'm not too sure about this one. This is going to be a 50-50 for me. I know the odds are really in Port Adelaide's favour, but their form really hasn't been great. Like, I think that Brisbane win's not as impressive anymore. Just going by, the results we've seen come from last week with both Collingwood, smashing Port Adelaide and then Brisbane putting on quite a performance against Melbourne. So I don't really know here. I'm honestly not too sure. I mean, Adelaide, it's the form guide going into this really never matters for these sort of games because both teams just absolutely have the heat on because of the type of game it is. I'll go Adelaide for now. And I might change this later in the week. I'm not sure about the ins and outs, but yeah, I'll go Adelaide. All right, next up here, this is surely got to be Geelong's first win for the season. If it's not, then honestly, good on Gold Coast, but I'm not ballsy enough to back them in. I had a 3 out of 9 tipping last week, which I've actually forgot to go over completely in this video. 3 out of 9, guys. So, yeah, terrible. Next up, we have Melbourne and Sydney at the MCG. I'm actually going to back in Sydney here. Again, they're one of those teams that haven't played against the greatest teams in their first 2 matches, but I think they're going to pull a little bit of an upset here. They're not the favourites. Melbourne, though, I think their best footy can definitely beat the Swans. They played some really good footy in that last quarter after the lights went out at the Gabba. I'll go the Swans for no real reason at all, to be honest. Gawn's out. Will it make that much of a difference? They do obviously have Grundy, so they've got an A-grader ruckman in backup there, but yeah, I'll stick with the Swans. All right, and that brings us to the last game of the round. Another ripper. There are some really good games this round. I cannot wait to watch this one. I might even stream this game, to be honest, or actually, no, I probably won't be able to because I'll be at the AusGP, which, by the way, I might have a vlog for that as well. But yeah, so this is the Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, Sunday. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go West Coast. I thought about this even before Freo lost to North. I've got a feeling West Coast going to just pinch this with a bit of an upset. And yeah, as according to my season predictions, they will do better than bottom 4. So yeah, West Coast for me. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the tips. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out my last vlog, Port Adelaide versus Collingwood. Absolutely ripping vlog, great game. And if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're coming up on 200 subscribers, and I'll see you guys later in the week with the 2 match vlogs. Thank you all so much for watching, and bye bye.